I see your potential. Build them up. Let them know that they're here for a reason. And not just,
See,
for a seat.
but there's so many different levels to it, right? And this leads me into the next part of the conversation because, like I said, when I was younger, and I was just talking to one of my guys, shout out to Prince the Coast, by the way, shout out to my guy, Empire Prince. He and I were talking because, we were supposed to record, but he was down and out, right? And I've been seeing a lot of guys on Facebook and social media and different places like that, guys I grew up with and high school homies and stuff like that, and they feel down and out. Why? Because they don't have people to talk to. And it made me think of you because the last time I was out there in January, we spoke specifically about building a man up, right? And in particular, black men. Because all men go through their shit. But for black men, not even just in this country, but in the fucking world, you see, we're looked at as motherfucking Superman. We can't bitch about our problems. It's seen as weakness. It's not vulnerability. We can't be afraid. It's seen as cowardness. We can't be anything less than hard, strong. We looked at as motherfucking bulletproof, Wesley sniping blade. No, we have to be something unhealthy in a sense, right? Right? And it's just like, I want to talk to you about that because it's not enough women building up black men. We're taught at a very young age how to satisfy a woman. Oh, you got to get her flowers. You have to be submissive to her. But we aren't taught how a black king is supposed to operate. Yes, you should treat your queen right. But no, you should not feel like shit at the end of the day. You are a motherfucking king. You are a prize. And I remember you teaching me growing up how to have that. That's why at a young age I was able to kind of get it. I always tell people the benefit of growing up in a household full of women was that I got to not only relate to you and understand you guys, but you guys helped me build that confidence at a very young age where I can approach any woman. It doesn't matter how tall I am, what I look like. I'm very much so confident in myself. I know I'm a good looking guy. You can't tell me shit about it. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be
Okay, come on,
cocky,
come on,
but and
genetics.
see, but at the end of the
Okay.
day, what God gave me is an ability to speak to people. He gave me personality. He gave me that confidence. He gave me the ability to go in any room and affect that fucking environment in a positive way. Right? I can walk both lines. I can walk both worlds. I can go right to the hood and then go right to a motherfucking business meeting with white people and you wouldn't even know. And it's just not enough black men that have been built up in today's culture. It's bad enough we got to go out here and deal with these motherfucking cops and races and stuff like that. But then you come home and it's some bullshit. So I want you to talk to a little bit to the young black men out here who didn't end up in a fortunate situation where, because, even like myself, I don't have a relationship with my dad at all. I haven't talked to my dad in months. So it's good to have a woman build men up. So is there something that you could talk to young men about, black men in particular?
You sound so professional. um, okay, so you're right. And before I start talking, can you share with them real quick? Remember we had this conversation a while back.
Yeah.
What stuck with you that I said was Bible?
Say it again. You broke up a little bit.
What did I say then that stuck with you that was vital when we had this conversation?
The one thing that stands out to me that comes off the back of my shit is the fact that you said it doesn't take but a simple compliment. It's about planting the seed into somebody else. It's about, okay, you look good today. This is the word for word you said to me. You look good today. If you look good, I'm gonna compliment you on your looks. It don't take nothing to say that. Oh, I like your hair. Oh, you have such a nice smell. I like the way you lined up your beard. Stuff like that. It's literally little shit like that that makes a difference. It's empowering the man. It's the message that you were giving me. It's not a lot of men empowerment going on, right? A lot of women are finally starting to come into theirs, and that's good, and we want that. It's about progress, but progress to what extent? Are you building men up or are you tearing them down? A lot of people don't think about that shit.
Yes. That building up and tearing down. How can you expect someone to respect someone who's not even consistent with building a foundation? Oh. If you're building me up and tearing me down, how is that stable? How can you say, okay, I love you, but is a contradiction in my dictionary.
Right.
You can't say you love me, but that means it has conditions, and love has no conditions. What do you mean? You understand what I'm saying? So you can't be a man strength, power, and oftentimes powerless, which makes them angry. And because you don't make them comfortable enough to talk to you when he's in an effed up situation, as if he's about to go and slap a nigga or kill somebody,
Right.
he should be able to come to you and tell you that.
Oh my goodness.
It shouldn't be I mean, I got a rough rider, like, I can't, this the kind of nigga I want, blah, 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 blah. And then when he come to you with the real nigga stuff that you claim that you like, you shoot it down.
Oh my goodness. And a part
But
of
that's
it is
the type of man you attracted, though.
facts. But see, a part of it is, and see, that's the difference between when you talked about it, and you can tell who's genuine and who's not.
Yes.
And the biggest way to distinguish
Absolutely.
that, the biggest way, and this is why I always feel comfortable talking to you. You see, a lot of women want their man to come talk to them, or the brother, the cousin, whatever the case may be. It's the fucking approach. Women will get pissed off and frustrated, and then they want to use that against you. And that's why men a lot of times don't feel, especially black men, we don't feel comfortable talking about our shit. How many times has a black man got into an argument with a woman, and in a vulnerable moment, you throw that shit in his face when y'all arguing?
Yes.
And so now I can't fucking trust you. So it leads me into the mindset of, okay, how can a woman prove her value? How do you feel a woman can prove her value to a young black man or to a partner, period? Because I'm noticing more and more there are and I haven't had this issue often, and so if it were to happen, it would piss me off. But I know a lot of men, a lot of young black men that are just like, oh, she take. She don't give. It's a reciprocity thing, and I'm just very curious about how do you feel a woman can prove her value, can express her value outside of sex. 'Cause a lot of women think, oh, I fuck him, I feed him. That don't mean shit. Sex is not tangible. I don't have money in my pocket. I don't have food in my stomach. My mind and my spirit isn't nourished. So I'm curious about your mindset on that.
Yeah, so sex has an expiration date. Things about you can never expire.
Exactly.
Okay? So, sex can come and go. You can get a nut from anywhere. I'm not saying literally anywhere, guys, but I'm just saying it can come quick. If you get it, come quick. Okay. You definitely have to let a man know that he's doing at least all right. Okay, at least. You have to, and this works for me because every man in my life, I haven't had bad relationships with men. They all treated me like a queen, and you know why? Because there was a demand. If you want the respect of a man, you gotta demand. Period. If you want the respect of a man, you gotta demand. Period.
Right.
You just do. It's how men are very observant. They may not tell you all the time, but they see. And if you treat yourself like crap, he gonna feel like he can do you the same way. Especially if you're not helping build them up. Thank you, babe, for taking the trash out.
Yeah.
We know that nigga take the trash out every Sunday. But at least one time, say thank you for taking the trash out. And you be like, man, your muscles popping out when you taking the trash out this Sunday. I don't know what you did last Sunday, but this Sunday, baby. You know what I'm saying? And that goes into a sense of humor, too. Sometimes our men go through such a hard day or just a rough time mentally. Sometimes they need to laugh. You know what I'm saying? They just need to be told, just like women. We need to be told that,
exactly.
you're beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for taking the kids to school, baby. Thank you for cooking. Hey, I just want to take some time to appreciate you. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the whole respect thing. I respected you, Jay, not just as my cousin, but as my brother. Right. And I feel like technically, if we're talking about terminology, your brothers are closer than your cousins, even genetically.
Mm-hmm.
So in that sense, I'm gonna treat you as if you're my brother.
Right.
I want my little brother to have swag.
Mm-hmm.
I want him to be able to, be able to speak up for himself. Fight for justice. Have
Exactly.
common sense. Be able to mess up, but get it together. Not keep falling in the same. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
saw you like that, so I treated you as such. I didn't want you out here wearing double breasted boot pants. I mean, you can do that when you get a little older if you want to wear your little linen suits or whatever. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I wanted you to be in the know. Be comfortable with yourself, because at the same time, if you did want to wear big suits and boot cut jeans, if that was you,
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna teach you how to be comfortable doing you.
Exactly.
And that starts with, I like how you got your hair combed today,
Mm-hmm.
or anything. You smell good.
Exactly.
I tell you that all the time.
It's literally shit that you don't think about. But it's
Yeah.
interesting because it's like women want these same things. Well, how do you think a
Yes.
man feels? But of course, if you don't ask, you don't know. It's
Mhm.
taking an interest, whether it's your boyfriend or a family member or a husband. Women want these things. You guys want these interests. Oh, Valentine's Day, I want this and that and that and that. Okay. Well, what about the other 364 days throughout the year? You see,
Okay.
people want to be prioritized and you want to be treated like a prize. But you're not acting as such. You don't treat me as such. Yet you want
Yeah.
reciprocity, but what are you putting into me?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't think about that type shit.
When your cup is empty, honey. When your cup is
Right.
empty, it's dead.
Oh my goodness.
Like, it's almost trying to, like I said, you can't. I just made this post on Facebook. You can't secure an insecure person.
Oh my god.
Okay, you can't pour into somebody and not get it back.
Mm.
Because you run out. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give it back. You can't have all these unrealistic expectations. You met the man in the Kingston Projects.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have much then. 2 days after he meets you, he probably is not going to have much then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You're either going to see his potential, work with him,
Mm-hmm.
or do him and you a favor and don't even attempt.
Mm.
Because we need good men. I know good men. There's still good men out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So but they need our strong black women. I feel like everybody needs a strong black woman.
Yes.
I don't care what your color is. I don't care what your religion is.
Mm-hmm.
You need it.
But see, that's where I'm gonna say, okay, because you made a great point about strong black women. But see, people will use that as a cop out. I don't give a motherfucking. I don't care if you're white, Spanish, or black. This same shit applies to you too. Because it's not just black men. It applies to, but I've noticed that black men have a harder time because we face enough shit. It's hard enough to go out here in the world every day and deal with people at work, all this other shit. We are all expected. It doesn't. I'm 5'5", bro. Like I'm looked at like I'm supposed to. I get like I said. I've had my fair share of run-ins with police. I think I told you last year going to L.A. for my birthday. I had a layover in Denver. People want to fuck with me in the airport. TSA want to fuck with me in the airport. Nobody in the whole terminal but me. I'm the only black guy over there, and I get sniffed out for drugs after I've gotten past security. What sense does that even make? And then if I say something and want to fight you, because you're not going to run up on me and talk crazy, I'm the fucking crazy person. I'm the psycho. We deal with so much shit. It's too fucking much. We need a break. And that's the question to a lot of you that I have. Whether you were Spanish dating a black man, white dating a black man, black dating a black man, wherever the fuck you from. What are you doing to make your man's or your partner's life easier? Because it's not just black men. Black women have a hard out this motherfucker too.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple. And it's just, again, What do you bring to the table? Fellas, I get on the fellas on here more often now. Stop thinking that just because she fuck you, suck you, whatever the case may be, that she's bringing something to the table. If I can go out here and pay for OnlyFans and I'm not doing that bullshit, and if you're doing that, stop doing that shit, fellas. You ain't
Okay,
getting
the
nothing out of
Coronas
it.
out here, and then all the other places, they got the long names and short names, and
Right.
it's just out here, y'all. Be careful, okay?
Seriously. Work was the same. I say this shit all the time. Work smarter, not harder. That's one of the greatest things my mentor ever told me. And this goes back. It's just like I said, the OnlyFans shit. Date who you date, be who you want to be with. But fellas, y'all do some retarded shit out here. If a porn star got OnlyFans, why are you paying for her OnlyFans when she has porn online for free? Like, it's simple shit like that. But no,
Right.
it's just crazy all the different things that people go through and how people don't even know their own value. So again, go back to what we were saying about soulmates and things like that. That shit is applicable. But until then, work on yourself. Nothing in life happens without you putting in the fucking work on yourself. I didn't like my circumstances where I'm living at. You know what I did? I started doing the 2 podcasts. I started looking for work. Things don't change until you make them fucking change. Period.
And then change don't come overnight, but progress can. And I've been saying that like a long, long time because it makes sense. I'm not expecting you to just completely change and be your best self in one day. I'm not asking for that in 1 year. I'm not asking for that in 2. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But I can take a step and bust a move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it's word that faith without works is dead, how are you going to move forward and do anything if you don't take the first step? God lead and guide me. Okay, God is gonna be leading and guiding you, but you still gotta move.
Exactly. What that shit about? They say, oh, you praying on your knees, but you need to be on your hand. You been using your hands and your feet, G. Get up.
Yeah, and I'm learning that. You know, I'm transparent.
I'm learning it right now. Yes.
Now.
But I can tell you from experience, I've literally already seen the fruits of my labor. Fellas, if y'all so motivated by women, I'm going to tell you right now. Do what the fuck you got to do. It will change. My podcast ain't popping, but you do know I got groupies. Get up.
Okay. I be a groupie, baby.
Okay. Oh, my God. Now she about to turn that motherfucker into a party, G.
So, y'all, music is like a vital part of our lives.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, we went from making songs to not knowing how to play on the piano, but making songs on the piano.
Oh, shit, on the keyboard, the little MIDI
on the little keyboard.
They not here. Hey, we got to give them a little... Come on now, we in the music segment now. Now we got to give them some shit. You know what I mean? You want to break it down?
You know what? I don't know if they ready.
I'm so sorry.
I don't even know. You know, supposed to be lying. They voice go up 3 octaves.
I do that shit all the time.
I see her. You be like, what?
It's like when Shorty said it. What was it, Friday? She was like, okay, like you not finna call her Miss Parker back. Stop lying to that woman. Okay. After she just got there talking shit. Okay, so that leads me into something else. So real quick, before we close this out, we gotta get into this part too. Is it's 2020 and a lot of you niggas are having 2001 female tendencies, bruh. Y'all niggas is out here talking crazy about a lot of these girls trying to get a come up. That's some lame shit. I got to address that. I seen some shit the other day, and that shit is corny. Fellas, people know when you getting a lot of ass. People know when you getting money. If you got to talk about how much money you making, and you got to talk about, oh, I fuck this and that, then they know you bullshitting. Stop it. It's 2020. Get on your fucking purpose. You have anything to add to that?
I mean, you had to go in for a second. I had to let that marinate for them. Sometimes you got to let things just sit in the atmosphere before you talk.
Uh-huh.
You know. Yes, like, if what you have to offer is as good as you say it is, it speaks for itself. You don't have to do anything extra.
Exactly. You know what we call that here? Good dick energy, son.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Eminem.
I was gonna ask you some shit, but you just made me laugh. I forgot about it. Oh shit! Hold on, let me, because I might just edit this little piece out real quick. Let me think of what the fuck I had to ask you. You got something you want to ask? In the meantime, so I can think of this question.
Let me see. Okay. So.
Oh dear.
Okay, so we've talked about an array of things. Why do people, and I know that this is going to have to cut here because this can go on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this will keep them coming back. So, why do people feel like being gay is contagious?
Yo, okay. I'm not laughing at the time. It's the fact that people are so fucking stupid that they think like that. You know where I'm going with that shit.
Touch me, baby.
Drive
Give
me
me
wild.
what you got.
And a man said.
Okay. Yo,
Okay.
chill out.
Do you want to give them some background into this? You don't got to say names, but do you want to give some background into this?
Yeah,
Or would you like me to say it? It's up to you.
you can say it.
Okay. So, everybody, okay. So, of course, like I said, I refer to you as Big Sis. That's just, I forgot she was my cousin sometimes. It just is what it is. So, Kay here likes women, right? Everybody knows about the community these days. We live in a fucking different world. It's a different era. At this particular point in time, it wasn't the same as it is now. It was what, like 8 years ago? I was definitely young. I was like maybe 16, right? Maybe a little bit younger. Well,
A little bit under that.
I was probably, yeah. I don't even know if I was in high school yet. It was probably when I was probably 8th grade, getting ready to go to high school, right? And so, anytime we would go down, so I tell people all the time, you know, I spent half my childhood up here. My mom got sick at 3. I was born here in Maryland, you know, East Coast, and I grew up in the South for what, 6-7 years, and I moved back to Maryland in the 4th grade. So I'm originally from this area, but I spent half my childhood there, half my childhood here. And growing up down there, Catherine, like she said, she had a couple boyfriends. But, you know, Catherine had her interest in women, which we didn't think nothing of. I thought it was normal, right? And so, because my mindset was, women so motherfucking fine, like, I get it too. Like, I like women too. I mean, but I'm stupid like that, right? So,
I can stand you.
So when we used to go down there for like little family stuff and everything like that, they would get like the older people in the family would get an attitude with me and my other sisters would go down and hang with Catherine and stuff like that. In particular, me. Like if I wanted to go to church with Catherine and stuff like that, this is how ignorant motherfuckers are. And that's part of the problem now. See, a lot of people thought, oh, because he wants to hang with Catherine, oh, she's going to turn him gay, all this other type shit. Little did they fucking know, Catherine's the reason why I talk to women, how I get women the way I do now. Matter of fact, these same people, because a lot of people do this, they like to dress little boys up in weird shit, all this other type stuff. Catherine was the one who taught me how to have swag. Catherine was the one who taught me how to be on some LL Cool J lick your lips type shit. Like, so.
Ain't nobody talking about put all that spit on your lip.
Right. Like Catherine, real life taught me how to have game and taught me how to have confidence. This is what we were just talking about, building young men up. Catherine did that before I was fucking 8. So the mentality, which made no sense to me, we never knew where it came from. It was just like, they used to treat it like, oh, if Jamil, they would have an attitude with me going with Catherine because I would want to spend time with my sister. Duh, we fucking grew up together. Like, like how else could you?
It's automatic. I mean, you would think it's automatic.
Right. Like, and so they would literally just be like, oh, I hope he doesn't. Well, okay. Since you guys want to be ignorant and homophobic and all that type of stuff, and they've gotten older and they realize, okay, Jamil is probably worse off than we thought he would be. Like, because I would take him down through there. But it's just like it just showed a reflection of ignorance and stuff like that. And but I will say this, at the end of the day, I'm grateful for it. I feel closer to you now than I did then. Because by that ignorance, it made me seek out wanting to talk to my sister more, shit like that. See, anybody got shit going on in their life, and you can find the bad in it. We found a way to make it positive, make it good. You see what I'm saying? And we might not talk every day, we might not talk all the time. But you best motherfucking believe I'm gonna ride for my sis if I got to. Like, that's just what it is. She taught me about a lot of shit. Whether it was wearing the red flag or not. But I'm just saying, like, she gave me that
My head is hurting. I have no idea what you're speaking. Yeah. So
we'll probably edit that out. But no, for real, like going down there. But now we would go down there and they would just treat her different than how she was supposed to be treated. But then again, if you did any kind of hoodlum type shit down there, it was just. It's a lot of people that think, and it's crazy because you'll hear like in anything in entertainment. It's like, oh, if you hear like the old basketball players talk about the young guys, they just act like none of their shit stank, like they didn't do nothing wrong back in the era. Like if you went down there before in the '80s, if you try to get a layup, they knock your motherfucking head off your shoulders. Like people don't remember the shit that they used to do, stepping out on partners, lying to see. It was worse back then than it is now.
come on, somebody.
So it's just coming to the realization of how things changed in the progress. But before, she was definitely treated wrong, and you could tell it wasn't us. Between me, you, Devin, Chris, Catherine, Jada. I mean, I said Catherine. I'm talking to you. Between me, you, Keandra, Jada, Pierre. Like you know what I'm saying. The cousins. We never. Who gives a fuck? She good people. Like, and it's crazy because y'all raised me to think the same way. Good people are good people. It doesn't matter the circumstance, where they from, what color is their skin. It does not matter. Good people are good people, and that's just how the fuck we saw it.
That's it.
So that was part of it. Now, I'm trying to think. I had the question, right? I put it. Let me see. Let me bust this question out real quick. Fuck people heads up before we get off here. And I damn sure didn't put that motherfucker down. God damn it.
Forget about that. I did a memory pill.
Go ahead, kiss my ass here. Then. Oh shit.
Yeah, y'all. It got crazy. You know, it got real crazy. But I don't know why people feel like that. And I just because I may like what you have, I don't want yours. Like,
talking
what
shit.
makes you think just because you're a woman, I want you? Or, oh, I can't be around because no, you can't be around me because you may fall for me. Let's tell the truth.
Okay, so that made me think of the fucking question. Right, so I was like I said, I was just dealing with somebody recently. It made me think of something. A woman's past. Men, when we do our whole shit, but then let me address this shit real quick too. Let me get this out of the way because there's a lot of women that are like, oh, when men go through their whole phase, men don't go through whole phases because a lot of us can't even get no ass as an average guy anyways. I just happen to be one of the exceptions, right? Like that's just the fact of the matter. So men don't go through a whole phase. There's not a woman on this planet, ugly, fine, it doesn't matter. If you check your DMs, you have options right here, right now. It doesn't matter your sexual orientation, none of that. Men do not always get that option. That's just facts. I, right now, can go through a fucking drought. It is what it is. Trey Songz, right now, can go through a drought. It's the facts. It's not the same as if Beyonce opened her shit. There's not a man on earth that wouldn't do anything for a piece of Beyonce or J-Lo or one of them women. Am I lying?
I can't speak on the man part, but I know I still
for
have.
Women. I'm talking about for women. Yeah, but you have, if you said right now, I want to get with any, you would have options like a motherfucker, would you not?
Oh, absolutely. Even men now still hit on me, like still be like trying to holler, and they know that I would probably their sister.
Oh, you just.
They still
what's the dumb shit they say? What's the dumb shit? Oh, if you just had a man, shut your ass up, nigga.
mean. You need a friend. Y'all need a friend. Like, what I'm a friend to a friend. Okay, don't make me start snapping. I had to stop at friends. Baby, don't nobody need them a friend. People trying to get rid of some of these friends. Trying to, pick them up.
And so it just makes me think of like a woman's past, right? Because everybody been through their shit. I personally don't believe in asking your partner their body count. I don't ask certain things I have no idea. So hold up, real quick, PSA, women, because some of y'all tend to think that I give a fuck sometimes, and I just completely don't. And a lot of y'all are aware. A lot of y'all think I give a fuck about your man. I don't ask things I care nothing about. Do not mention no nigga to me if I don't ask about him. I do not care. Do not ask about my relationships. I care not to speak about them. If I want to talk about these things, I'll ask the question or raise it. It's too much other shit out here in the world to talk about. Period.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, if you want to waste somebody's time and not get hung up on, don't hit my phone. Boop. All right, now, woman's past, right? Because I just don't like wasting time and getting straight to the shit. And that makes me think of another thing, right? Because I just had somebody in my DMs the other day, and she, I guess, probably got embarrassed or ashamed. Women, it's okay to do. See, we live in a society now. It's like, oh, if you hit him up and he's on. No, 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 no. I'm not the type of nigga to put anybody on blast. What you send me is between us. I'm not gonna put that on Facebook. I'm not gonna put that on Instagram. It's our fucking business. So do not get ashamed of wanting somebody. You might send something. I'm not the type of person that's gonna put that out. So by all means, don't ever get too ashamed or afraid. If you send me a person, don't act all nervous and shy. You DM me something, it's cool. I'm not finna embarrass you. It is what it is. Like that's corny shit. I don't have time for that. But when it comes to men, sometimes and I see a guy, oh, you wanted this and all that, and I saw a girl put him on blast the other day. I don't like that type shit personally, but you do what you do. It ain't me. I didn't put myself in the L. I didn't put myself in that situation. I don't like when people bash people, or especially women, for their past. We all, if we keep it in the buck, there's a few guys that like a woman with no experience, but we all want a woman who know what the fuck she's doing. I don't like when people bash partners for having experience. What do you feel about that?
I definitely don't think you should ask them for having an experience because it's something that they wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you love them, then you want you. I want you to have what you want. But I need you to have what you need, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I still want you to enjoy the things that you want. So I don't think that's a problem.
Thank you.
Even personally, I do believe a past is important because it kind of shapes who you are now. Or if you had some triggers, or you would get upset every time I did something, and I had no idea why, and it's because the last woman did so and so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I need to tell you what the hoe did, so I'll know.
Well,
You
I'm
know what I'm
talking
saying?
about
Like
in
those
this.
things, I feel like past is important though,
Yeah, I'm talking
and
about
it could
sexually
just
though.
be a female thing more so than a male's point of view or perspective. However, I feel like both of our past is important. If you know why I snap so fast when you do this particular thing,
Mm-hmm.
then when I do it, when it happens, you won't be shocked or you won't be ready to leave me
Mm.
because I've already informed you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I feel like the past is very important. Now, should we harp on it? Absolutely not, because we're in the present, which means we already passed the past.
Mm.
So, no, we shouldn't harp on it, but I definitely look at it. I definitely want to know where you were when it happened mentally,
Right.
you know. So, you need to know. Some of these folks, got PTSD.
That's very
And
true.
you wouldn't know because sometimes nobody's going to want to tell you that because they may feel like you are going to leave them or not even give them a chance. So now you're dealing with this person with PTSD and you think they bipolar or just acting an ass when they really got mental issues. But they didn't feel comfortable to tell you. So I feel like past is important. You need to know. You may not need to know every detail. I feel like you'll never fully 100% know a person.
Because you don't know what they're thinking.
We would have to be born at the same time to see through the same lens for you to really, really know a person. So while you're here, you need to get what you can get and live your best life.
Ain't that the truth? But see, in this case, I'm gonna say, and I agree with all that. In this case, in particular, I was talking sexually. See, a lot of y'all, oh, what a woman
Oh,
with
let me go through
experience.
all that.
Right. You know, a lot of women want, a lot of guys will be like, I want a woman experience and all that. And then when she tell you what kind of she experience she's had, you want to bitch up. You asked for
Uh,
that.
yeah,
Stop. It's 2020.
yeah.
And then for those of
Okay,
us
I see
who,
what
and
you're
it's,
saying.
yeah, and then, but there's those of us who have experience and it's like, we still bitch about it. Stop that shit. If you don't want her asking about your shit, all that other type of stuff, then you can either not answer or just put that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's 2020. We got to be more realistic. There are women that have been with women, stuff like that. Now, if she tries to finesse you with a, oh, if you come my mouth, you can kiss me, then I don't know. I ain't going for all that. But I'm just saying. Like, and if you know what I'm talking about, go watch Threesomes Gone Wrong with So Lively. Now, with that being said, we're going to wrap this up. I want to shout out to my sis, Kay Finesse. Thank you for coming on, big sis. I really appreciate it. Love you so much. Why don't you give a shout out to your social medias and any other projects you might have coming out soon? Because I do expect to have you back on this motherfucker sometime.
Well, it was definitely I would do it all over again. And thank you for having me
Oh, for sure.
to be on your show. And I'm looking forward to being on many more. So you guys look for Kay Finesse to be on more podcast. I was going to say podcast. Be on more. You know how you messed that up? Like,
No,
you know,
I've never messed that up.
W's and R's mixed up. Like, if you're saying it fast, it sounds like you just run.
I'm already.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's what just happened. But anyway, so yes, guys, Kay Finesse will be definitely back and be looking for more of me so I can pour in to you.
To you.
I'll let you know the social media information. But, you know, for those who already know me, you already know me. So we're trying to get other people to get to know me too.
I dig it. I dig it. Real quick though, how did you come up with Kay Finesse? This shit was clean. You know, we was going through. You know, I fucks with the Kay Finesse, the Kay Liz joke too. I fucks
Was
with it.
it like clean, like a pair of white crisp Air Force Ones, or more like a clean, like gator boots?
All right, Uncut Podcast. We out, G. I'm gonna give you the white forces. Yeah, I mean, with the strap at the top. I'm gonna give you the high type shit. You know what I'm saying? 2001 specials. You dig?
Yeah, so I came up with Kay Finesse. Well, actually, I'm a part of a social organization called Chocolate Club, and we are turtles.
Not a literal turtle, fellas. Don't be retarded.
Okay, look it up. Okay, know your history. Look it up. So, I came up with that name. Actually, one of the women that I call like my sisters, which is my best friend's sister, older sister, and we was just chatting. And she was like, I was like, I need to change my name, my chocolate name or whatever. And she was like, okay, don't be Finesse. And I was like, ooh, yes. Yeah, so anyway, that's how Finesse came up with Chocolate Finesse. And then all I did was just add K in front of KY in front of it. And I call myself Finesse. And because I feel like every aspect in life needs a little bit of finesse.
Just gotta dabble in the finesse, you know me. You feel me? I dig it. No, real shit. I think I might change my name to Four Loco J, because you know how I gets down. You know what I mean?
Okay. Four Loco.
Low
Why
joke.
do you feel like when they say it the second time, it meant something?
Right. Like, you know what it is? You gotta double down.
Yeah. Like, is she fine, or is she like fine? You know?
Shout out to the women. You can see they ass from the front. Y'all special.
Ooh. Let's go. When you coming, I know somebody coming with you.
Yo. Oh, weak. A cut podcast. We out. I said me out. God damn, I'm fucked up right now.
I mean,
That drink that kicked in, goddamn.
over and out, Roger that.
Over and out. Peace.
Every time I need that shit, devil
Put
make
them
another.
play toys up, little boys, take the time. It was designed for me to intertwine and reconstruct what's on your mind. It ain't no OG living at a race up your kind. All this bullshit rapping you listen to don't make a nigga go blind. Hey, listen. Hey, this in my soul, feel it pouring out like a rubber bank. Lavish thoughts dropping like shells from a silver tank. Clout chaser domination showing us real is real. They don't care. Put some water in there, let you chill. Let them fry. Smoke the pink dog, they never dread.